I wish I didn't have to judge people, you know? I wish the world wasn't filled with idiots. But that's not reality. The reality is the world is filled with idiots, and I need to judge these people. You know, I need to get it off my chest, man. Because if I don't judge them, I have to live, you know, in my head, knowing how stupid these people are, and, you know, I have to tell people. It's destructive to hold it in. You see what I'm saying here? So anyways, I found a new person to judge, okay? This guy, Adam. That's who I'm judging.
Why would you do this to me, you sick bastard?
No, not that Adam. Wait, Adam Sandler is awesome. You think I'm stupid enough to judge Adam Sandler? Like, he is, you know, practically untouchable, right? The guy is a comedic genius. All right, no, I'm judging Adam, whatever this guy's last name is. I don't even know. I don't even care. This guy is a freaking, he's like a hipster. Thinks he's so cool. His show is called Adam Ruins Everything. You know, it should be called Adam Ruins Logic. This guy doesn't know the first thing about logic. He doesn't know how to think logically, you know, and using reason. Before I begin, I want to thank Ian Murphy on Twitter. Okay, Ian Murphy is this guy who sent me the video. Well, actually, he sent Rowan the video, and Rowan sent the video my direction, because Rowan wanted me to make this video for whatever. You know, Rowan knows that I'm the best one at judging people. Okay, so anyways, go to Ian Murphy and tell him thank you for sending this. This video wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him. You see, I love when you guys send us videos of things to judge, okay? So anyways, let the judgment begin.
Here's a challenge. I want you to believe what I'm about to tell you. Not just hear it, not just understand it, but believe it. It's a fact that you already know to be true, but have never been able to fully accept. And it's this: you are going to die.
You know, let me just interrupt here. I'm going to be, you know, interrupting his video, making judgments. So, but it would be cool if you pause this video right now and actually just watch the full video of his. I will put the link in the description. Watch the full video for yourself uninterrupted. That way you can absorb the stupidity of it. Because, you know, I'm going to be interrupting the flow of his stupidity. So I recommend you watch the full thing, pause and go watch, and then come back here. All right? And leave a comment also, just telling everyone how stupid he is. Anyways, back to the video.
You, the person listening to me right now, are going to die.
Huh? I'm gonna die, huh? Huh? Really? Well, here's my challenge to you, Adam. How about this? Stop pretending to know things that you don't know. You don't know that I'm gonna die. Really? Here's something you probably never heard of before. It's called Sen's Foundation. All right, there are all kinds of scientists out there in the world right now that are working on the cure for aging. So when you sit there in your little chair saying that everyone's gonna die and you're gonna die and blah, 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 just believe it.
But believe it.
No, I'm not gonna believe it because you don't know the future. What, are you some freaking fortune teller? You're gonna sit there and have the audacity to tell me that I'm going to die. No, I'm not having it, all right? I'm too smart for that. I am very smart.
I am the smartest man alive!
And because I'm so smart, it makes me realize that actually, guess what? There's this thing called eternal life. And I might get that I might get to have that eternal life if I try hard enough for it, okay? Because we don't know the future, therefore, eternity, living forever, is a real possibility that you're denying. Your whole video, it's all about denying that possibility. You have a foregone conclusion, a presumption.
You are going to die.
This is your assumption, okay? People should not make assumptions. This is like the first rule of logic, okay, Adam? Okay, get this to your head. Stop making assumptions.
I like your place. It's very unassuming.
No, why would I assume? I never assume. Leads to assumptions.
What about the possibility of living forever? You don't even mention it. No, you're just assuming. You're just listening to the brainwashing conditioning. You've been conditioned since a little child, okay, to think that death is inevitable, that we're all gonna die and there's nothing we can do about it. This is the narrative. This is the story we've all been told. And it's a freaking lie, okay? You need to wake up, learn how to think like a child. Okay, the innocence of a child that's still open to all the possibilities of life. Okay, open with a wide open imagination.
There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
A child doesn't just assume that it's impossible to live forever. No, a child would have the mental capacity to understand the possibility of living forever. And you're not. You've lost it, okay? You've lost your muchness. You know, you got nothing. You're a bad philosopher. Okay, so go on, whatever. Let's listen to the rest of your ramblings, your deathist ramblings. That's all this is.
It's difficult even to imagine, isn't it? Take a moment and try to picture what it's like to not exist. You can't do it. You're imagining darkness, black. But there will be no black. There will be no color because there will be no you to perceive it. And your mind recoils from that idea. It's simply unable to conceive of its own non-existence. And so it concludes that it's impossible, that you'll live forever. But you won't.
You can't think outside the box, man. Think outside the box. Your mind is so small. You're not thinking, big. Whatever happened to dreaming big? Okay, I'm not saying that living forever is gonna be easy. No one said that living forever is gonna be easy. Okay, curing aging is a hard thing. All right, we have a lot of obstacles in our path, but we can overcome if we keep on trying and if we push with all our might. And if we keep on trying our hardest, we could live forever.
There are obstacles in the way, but together we shall overcome. 'Cause you can't break a spirit and you can't kill a dream.
This is the dream of dreams. This is the treasure of treasures that you just, it's too important to just sit there and be like, we gotta die, oh well. This is your attitude, Adam. You've believed the lie that death is inevitable. Yeah.
You sit on a throne of lies.
But you won't. All things end. All motion slows. All heat becomes cold. Life is an eddy in that current of entropy, a brief chemical reaction that lights up the darkness and then its fuel spent dissipates back to nothing. Just like you will. Your body is a marvelous and intricate machine built out of millions of interconnected, fragile systems. And as you age, each begins to slowly but surely deteriorate and break down. When one fails, a doctor may be able to repair it, but at some point, there will be too many interlocking failures to proceed. And like a cascade of dominoes, your joints, your eyes, your heart, your lungs, your memory, your entire body will fail. It will happen.
So yes, you're describing the general pattern that we see in the world of entropy, of, moving systems and machines, and we're machines, so you'd think, it's gonna happen to us, right? Nothing we can do. Well, as a machine, we can repair the machine, all right? Just like a car. You see a car, but these cars, they keep on lasting because the owners of the cars keep on repairing the car, okay? So the same thing can be said for us. If we can figure out the mechanisms of aging, we can go in there, in our bodies, in our advanced machine, we can clean it up. We can fix the damage. We can repair it. This is the strategy of Aubrey de Grey. Look him up, okay? This guy is a friggin' genius. He's my hero, and you need to learn a little bit from him, all right? Because Aubrey de Grey understands that aging is a curable thing. Death doesn't have to be inevitable, all right? It doesn't. It's science and technology can save us, okay? Science and technology can totally, you take this horrible thing of death, and science can fix it, okay? Just like it's a problem. It's just a problem that needs to be fixed. If we apply enough science to this problem of death, we can fix it, okay? Like Tinkerbell. She goes in there and she fixes problems. We can fix ourselves. Our bodies are, yes, currently we are stuck in this death cycle. This horrible thing. It's just a problem that needs to be fixed. That's all. And we're not going to fix the problem if you don't admit that it's possible to fix the problem. Okay, you, Adam, are sitting there acting like you just know the future. Oh, everyone's going to die. We can't fix aging. We can't fix death. Well, who says? I'll tell you who says. Someone with a closed mind. That's exactly what a closed-minded person would say, Adam. Why can't science, if it's advanced enough, why can't our medicine, if it's advanced enough, just fix every little problem that comes along with our bodies? Science. Just more science. More progress. This is what we need to push.
Well, I'm sure they'll be able to fix it. You can't stop modern science. Can't stop it. You can't stop it. Can't stop science. Can't be stopped. No way, no how. Science just marches.
Shut up, George.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, we need just more science and everything. Science is going to fix everything. It's just going too slow right now. And people like you aren't helping it. Because people like you are just telling people, we gotta die. So people are, with that attitude, they're not going to be motivated really to fight aging, are they? If they're thinking they're going to die anyways, that their death is inevitable, well then they're not going to think it's important to, donate to some organization that's actually working on the cure. You see, you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution, Adam. Get in your corner and start to think, okay? You need to put on the dunce hat, okay? You've lost. You've already lost in the game of logic, okay? You just failed. Start over, okay? Start over.
Your entire body will fail. It will happen.
Look at that. It will happen. It will happen. It will happen. Like it's some certainty. Like he knows the future of everyone on Earth. What the freaking heck? How can there be people this idiotic? And go look at the likes of this video. These people are just, they're sheep, man. They're just following the herd. Just off the cliff like lemmings. Okay? It's like I said, I do not like that I have to get in there and dig this dirt up and actually just judge these people. But you know what? They need to be judged. There comes a time where you just have to stop with the political correctness. You just need to be more harsh. You need to judge these people. Because they deserve to be judged for their idiocy. And they're spreading a message of death acceptance.
It is essential that you accept it.
Of death positivity. All of these deathist, evil messages that are not inspirational. That's not how you inspire someone. You don't say, hey, you gotta die. No. You gotta say, you can possibly live forever if you try hard enough, okay? This is the message we need to promote to the world. And you know, this guy should go and marry Caitlin Doughty. You know, they're like the perfect couple because they're both total deathists. They always, you know, Caitlin Doughty and this guy have something in common.
Remember, you will die.
Yes, you will die.
It's just always the assumption that death is inevitable. That's the whole foundation. There's nothing we can do, we're gonna die, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the assumption, that's the underlying core foundation of these fatalistic death lovers. Really. They're death acceptors. And it's all based on assumptions.
Well, I just assumed. Never assume anything.
You know, the assumption that you gotta die. And it's quite pathetic. And they should marry each other. They should have a little kid, you know?
And while it's difficult to hear this truth, it is essential that you accept it, because every second that goes by in which you don't is a second of your precious and finite life that you risk wasting. So I'm going to say it once more, and this time try as hard as you can to believe me. You, yes, you will die, and there is nothing you can do to stop it.
It doesn't get much worse than this, folks. This is about the epitome of stupid, retarded ugh that you're gonna find on YouTube, okay? Seriously, it doesn't get much worse. I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, does it get worse than this? I mean, please. Making these videos is like therapy for me. If I couldn't make these videos, if I couldn't judge these people, I'd go crazy. These people, they get under my skin, man. They get to me. It bothers me. I think about this stuff, you know. I go to bed and I think about these idiots that are out there influencing the masses of people. People like this guy and Caitlin Doughty, and there's a storm of these people. They're everywhere. This is the party line. This is the mainstream crap. You heard what he said. He said there's nothing you can do. Nothing. Like, he's not even giving a little bit of acknowledgement to, you know, the scientists out there that are working to cure aging. Oh, not even a little hint of acknowledgement of that possibility, of that potential reality that could be our future. That we could actually have rejuvenative medicine. We could have indefinite life extension. Oh, but no, this guy, he's not even going to mention it. Oh no, there's nothing you can do according to Adam. And he just wants us to believe it. Yeah, just believe this crap. This message that basically, in his way of thinking, what's the point of life then? Like, seriously. If you gotta die, if you gotta end up buried in the ground and your body's rotting away, and then what is the point? You've lost. You're just a loser, okay? Then life is meaningless. If you gotta die, if this guy is right, okay? If Adam here, the hipster, if he's right, then life is meaningless. So what are you gonna accept? Are you gonna say that life is meaningless? Or are you going to fight for existence? Are you going to fight for your eternal life and have a life that is actually meaningful? Because I'm telling you, a life that ends is pointless, okay? Completely pointless. Might as well have never even happened, okay? If you got to die, you might as well have never been born, you see? Because then what's the point? You lose everything you had if you die. So then, then nothing matters. Okay, nothing you do in life matters at all if death were inevitable. Okay?
Then what is the point of your life? Pointless. When you die, that's it. Game over. How pointless is that?
My God, what is life about? You know, I'm going to get old, I'm going to die, my loved ones are going to die.
Can you understand how meaningless everything is? Everything I'm talking about.
But that's not the truth. The truth can be eternal life if we fight hard enough for it and never give up on this this amazing opportunity here. We have an opportunity for eternity. Never forget that. That should inspire you every day, okay? That you could live forever. And the possibility of, you know, living forever, that should just motivate you, like, on a daily basis to, like, try hard, like, be serious about it, like, take your health seriously, like, do everything seriously, and actually fear death.
I don't want to. I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I'm telling you the truth. Most people are not going to tell you this because they're locked in a delusion. Most people are going around in a delusion like this guy. The delusion is deep, man. It's like, it's layers and layers of delusion and coping mechanisms. And they're just lying to themselves just to get through life, you know, just so they can sleep at night, man. Because they cannot handle reality. I'll tell you what I think the main delusion of Adam is, okay? Adam's delusion is that his life is still meaningful, even if he dies and ceases to exist. That is a delusion. That is Adam's personal delusion that he's suffering from. If he's going to say that death is inevitable, then he should also say that his life is meaningless. They don't even want to admit that living forever is possible because then they would have to admit that they could fail at it. They don't want to have that stress. No, they'd rather just go through life feeling as though that their death is certain. Therefore, they don't have to fight for anything, right? See, if you've already admitted you're gonna lose, if you've accepted the inevitable, as they say, the death is inevitable, well then they don't have to worry about anything because their path, their future is already laid out for them. You see what I'm saying? It's the eternal life fans we have to worry because we're having to live with the dichotomy of, are we gonna make it or are we gonna fail? You see, it's hard. Having hope for eternal life is stressful. It's much easier for these people, these loserish, deathist, fatalist type of people. It's easier for them because they don't have hope in eternal life. And when you live that way, it's like you've just accepted a loss and you're just like, whatever. You can just give up, right? That's what these people want. They just want an excuse to give up. They don't want to have to work the hard work and effort it takes to live forever. It's quite pathetic. Anyways, I'm done with him. I'm done with judging Adam. Ugh. Makes me sick. So if you have anyone else you want me to judge, leave a comment. And I will judge them severely. Because they deserve to be judged. I mean, I'm gonna, whatever. Goodbye.
So now you're halfway through life almost. I mean, we're probably going to live to be 120, but still, do you think about life differently now?
Yes, I don't want to die, man. I don't want to. I never cared about it before. Now I'm like, oof.